This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And for Cleveland, the results have been excellent for them over the first half of the season. And it has to be said, they're not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. And Kenny, tonight we have two of the more veteran rosters in the league competing. Obviously, a lot of experience out there on the floor. What kind of game do you think we'll see with all these vets?
Well, with vets, you're going to see good floor spacing, guys who take care of the basketball, and they're going to get back on the defensive end. You don't have to coach guys like that. You just let them go. You're going to be doing all the little things that make the big difference in winning and losing.
You're right, Kenny, because both teams have seen everything. No one's getting fooled out there, Ernie. Comes down to who can make the big shots.
With the tip-off approaching, it's time to go courtside and Kevin Harlan.
This city is glowing on this wonderful, clear night. A terrific view of Cleveland right there. It's the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio, as we bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Only one game away from San Antonio here. The Spurs will be back home for the next one. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
And keep in mind, just the 2-game season series. This is their final game against this group. And they're looking to duplicate the outcome of that first contest where they played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, given the way things went for them in that game, I'll bet they wish they could play them more than just twice. But we'll see if they feel that way once this game's over.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the center position. Now here's Green following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Green kicks to Aldridge. And James pulls it down. Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start this season as returned to Cleveland last year.
He got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. He said that if they wanted to double their wins against them, they'll have to be just as sharp as they were in their first meeting, saying, we can't get sloppy now and expect to win. We have to be just as judicious with what shots we take as we were the first time around. We'll see if they can replicate that, guys.
Thank you, Doris. So do you guys think their shooting will play as important a role as the coach made it sound?
It usually does. And for them to have that success shooting the basketball, I think it's going to be all about creating those high-quality chances.
Which means they need constant movement off the ball and crisp passing. I mean, that's the way you get good looks.
Aldridge, good.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Irving kicks to Love. The 3. James misses.
That's a look you cannot pass up. So one you shouldn't miss.
Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Parker with no one around. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Parker's got his first points in this one. James, the pass to Irving. Here's Smith. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Shot clock at 5. Thompson misses. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Houston.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
Here's LeBron. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. James misses.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Green dishes to Duncan. Parker outside. Pass to Aldridge. 5 on the clock. A shake. And the layup is good. Aldridge has got his second bucket tonight.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play with Team USA.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Parker drives in, and Thompson sends it back.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Parker. The Cavaliers making the shot. The kick out to Aldridge. No good from outside. Cleveland leading by 4. It's LeBron with the drive. And it's off the back rim. No good. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Parker against James. And that one's good.
And you can see when he has the basket in his sights, he's going to attack. And once he's in tight, he is a terrific finisher.
And, of course, Tony.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Championship runs, but word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
You know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Aldridge, no one around him. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
I'll tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it. Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile, trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And for Kevin Love, a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Jefferson's checked in for James, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year for the chance to get one.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Mills. 9 points last game out.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Ginobili with the ball. Jefferson picks him up. Ginobili, that's good. Here's Dellavedova. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Shumpert in the corner. Cleveland moving the ball around. Jefferson has a wide open look, and it's good, assisting on the play with Dellavedova.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight. And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here's Love. 29 points for him last game against Detroit, and that one's good. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Here's Mills after the made shot from Amon Shumpert. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively. In the third spot, the Spurs.
Well, better protection of the lane the last few weeks, Kevin, has helped them cut down on the easy scoring. They've also done a better job on the mid-range coverage as well, getting to their man quicker and finding ways to clog up the passing lane.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Here's Dellavedova. It's a pick by Love. To the right side. Shoots. San Antonio with the rebound.
We've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches in every play counts.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. After the basket by San Antonio. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Here's Mills. And Shumpert pulls it down.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
That's good.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Now here's Mills. He has 5. Ginobili can't hit.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
Exactly. Making certain the right call was made. They've done a great job of speeding the process and giving the officials the information they need to arrive at the right call.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
Tim Duncan closing out what's been a remarkable career, a Hall of Fame career. We heard from...
He really transformed the franchise. He's one of the best players ever. 4 championships, 2 MVPs, and if somebody deserves it, it's him.
Osmano saying Duncan, no doubt the long-term face of the Spurs franchise and arguably their best player ever, which brings up the conversation, Greg, of where he stands all-time league-wide.
Well, he's right there. Listen, let's give him a little more credit. He's got 5 rings now, having won that championship 2 seasons ago. But look, Kobe's in that category with 5 rings and an MVP as well. So he's an all-time great. I don't know how you rank him, but when you have a conversation about the best ever, Tim Duncan will be in it.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Thompson are up front, and it's Shumpert in at the 3 spot. Williams, he's checked in for Iman Shumpert. Tony Parker's checked in for the Spurs. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Aldridge against James. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not
take a few chances. A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
And he gets the bucket. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. San Antonio calls timeout. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Yeah, those are good points you make, Greg, but I also like the discipline they played with. The other guys, maybe a bit careless. But that really was the story. One team was composed and disciplined. The other side was careless.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Irving kicks to Williams. Smith the pass to Irving. To Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight. Now talking about Parker and the bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane, and once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right. Leonard on the wing. Puts up a 3. San Antonio again missing.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. LeBron outside. Rebound, San Antonio.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And that one's good. Parker.
He's terrific with the floater, and that's not an easy shot.
For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Parker against Smith. They set the pick for 3. Williams. Rebounded by the Spurs. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds in this game. Parker drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Parker's got 10 points.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Back to LeBron. Tim Duncan with the rebound. Spurs trail by 6. Here's Green. Can't throw down the reverse jam. Down low. It's tipped. It's stolen by Duncan. Parker against Irving. And Parker, here we go. And stolen by LeBron. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And that one's good, Irving.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Called here, the Spurs decide to talk it over. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
Arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. He was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving, really ambidextrous ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
Shumpert is checked in for LeBron. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Mills is checked in. Here's West. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay. And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
And it's Dellavedova missing. Spurs trail by 5. Feeds to Simmons. Pass to Ginobili. Diaw sets the pick for Ginobili. Pulls up on the wing. Shot's good by Mills. Mills has got 5 points in the quarter. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Dellavedova dishes to Shumpert. And the layup's good off the glass. 1:44 left in the first half. And Mills kicks it to West. Tipped away. Now it's Shumpert running. He can go all the way. Watches the slam dunk finish.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Diaw, the screen. Here's Simmons. Drills it from outside. Simmons got his first 3 points of the game.
They're having much more success here in the second after missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
They saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Dellavedova kicks to Mozgov. The feed now to Dellavedova. Fires from deep. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. The Cavaliers leading by 5 to the paint. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Pick by West. Ginobili attacking. Ginobili can't get that one to fall. Cavaliers shooting 44% from the floor since we began the second quarter.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Releases from 15 and off the glass. That one's good. Ginobili's got his second bucket of the night.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 10. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
All right, Kevin, here with Tony Parker. And Tony, you guys have struggled offensively so far in this game. Why do you think it's been so tough to get into a groove here?
I don't know. We got a hard time to make a basket. Playing a very good team. They play with a lot of energy. So hopefully in the second half we can shoot a little bit better.
Tony, thank you. Kevin, nothing like seeing two Titans get after it.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq, give me your take.
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie. And this is the reason they got that nice lead.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Spurs?
Well, it's never easy to play on the road, and the score reflects that. Just doesn't seem like they're well prepared for this matchup. Every time they tried to make a run, they got derailed. I think to refocus their efforts in the second half, they're going to need to play with a lot more determination for a chance to win this.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now we take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half call.
Second half about to start here in just a few moments. Look at Tony Parker. What a contribution.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Duncan, and it's Parker in at the one spot. And Thompson kicks to Smith. A three-pointer, no good.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
For J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers. And as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
He took good advantage of that screen. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Aldridge. San Antonio again missing. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Dishes it to Thompson. Back to Love. On the wing, James. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got 3 assists now in this one.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start. And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Spurs trail by 15. Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. Parker passes to Aldridge. Leonard with no one around. No good with the triple. For Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Leonard. James sets the screen for Irving. At the elbow, it's James. And Love has it in the corner. And another 3 for Cleveland.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
And Parker, here we go. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And that's exactly what they need to do right now. I mean, just attack the basket. And hey, if you get fouled, maybe you get some free throws out of it.
Love kicks to Irving. Leonard with the steal. Parker against Irving. Parker outside. He dishes it to Leonard. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Now let's take a look now at some of the most explosive players in the NBA lately. The highest scoring small forwards of the past month. LeBron James third.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
Love, no luck.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Duncan kicks to Parker. Offensive rebound. Aldridge can't connect from short range.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Up again, and the dunk by Smith. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
Tell you what, they're going to have to do a better job of boxing this fella out than that.
No one between him and the hoop. You're right, Clark.
Yeah, and you don't want to be giving up, guys, put-back slams. That's not the kind of play that can build confidence.
And the wide-open shot from Green. The three-pointer, no good. That's good.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
The shot's good from Irving.
How about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Iman Shumpert has come in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Love outside. Outside Shumpert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Dellavedova, that's good. Dellavedova's got 11 points.
On the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
Checking out the game LeBron is having, he has 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And the Spurs making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Dellavedova from outside. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
It's stolen by West. Spurs trail by 12. The 3 from Mills. That falls. Nice feed that time from Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got 3 assists now in this one. For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Here's James. Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got 12 in the game.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
And stolen by Love. And they're moving it up. Ahead. And that one's good. Shumpert. 10 points for him.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Anderson kicks to Mills. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Mills has got 9 points now in just the second half. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Dellavedova, covered by Mills. Love with the screen on Anderson. Shumpert, no good. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. Out left to the wing, Mills. Mozgov with the block, and he recovers it. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Ginobili. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Cavaliers lead by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Thompson are up front, and it's Shumpert in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Outside, Green. Parker sets the screen for Green. And there's the pass to Parker. Shoots it up. Another one falls for San Antonio. Now LeBron. Left side, Shumpert. Irving dishes to James. No good on the 3. Spurs trail by 8. Parker kicks to Duncan. Here's Aldridge. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And a wide open look for James. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 15 points for LeBron.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was starting fire. And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Leonard kicks to Parker. Back to Leonard. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Leonard again missing. Cleveland leading by 9. On the wing, Shumpert. Back to LeBron. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
To the inside. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. There's the pick. For 3, Smith. Great D that time from Green.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Parker passes to Duncan. Over in the corner, Green. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Irving's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Smith outside. Kicks it to Shumpert. Pocket 6. Ron right side. A baseline J. A rebound by the Spurs.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Here's Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Aldridge has got it back down to single digits for the Spurs. Cleveland's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. James, no good.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Screen by Duncan. It's taken away by Smith. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, you just can't get anything to go out there.
The dish to Irving. This one for 3. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Aldridge's screen. Double team on Parker. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 11 on the basket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
The drive by James, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in, and San Antonio also making a switch. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. Screen by Duncan. Duncan with a screen on Irving. There's Parker with the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. That drops. 18 points for Kyrie Irving.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today. And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Right side, Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And it's Aldridge missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through LaMarcus Aldridge. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the 4th. Kevin, back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And he gets it to go.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Duncan. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call. A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Aldridge's screen. Leonard attacking, shoots from the block.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Cleveland.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. It can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Irving. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Picked by Mozgov. Williams dishes to Mozgov. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
I
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Out to the right wing. Here's Simmons. And that one's on target from the wing.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little early.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
Love kicks to Williams. Pass to Dellavedova. 6 to shoot. Picked by Mozgov. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The first one falls.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Dellavedova. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Diaw, the screen. Mills passes to Diaw. The shot misses. Great D that time from Love. Dellavedova can't connect. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, tonight another example of this team's excellent work here at home. What does winning here at home mean to this team?
It means a lot. It means that we come in every night and try to protect home court, and also our fans give us all the spirit and all the enthusiasm to come out and play hard in front of them. So a lot of credit to our fans that come and pack this gym every night. We're on our home floor, and our coaching staff always prepare us the right way to come out and try to dominate home.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving. He was a powerful offensive weapon tonight, scoring a double-double with points and assists, and that was the catalyst for this victory.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.